Alright, so lately I've been investigating an issue that um, sort of arose with the last VS Code update, um, and it caused massive slowdowns. I've been monitoring sort of the issues on the VS Code repository regarding this and found a solution. But the interesting thing is that the solution actually works better than you would expect, essentially. I think personally that there's been like a constant cost to this the whole time. But yeah, I'll show sort of what the issue is, and I'll show the difference between these uh, to sort of demonstrate it. Wake up, code here, slap, go to sleep. So here, I'm gonna essentially just replicate this line, and you'll notice when we reach socket set here that it goes crazy. It's super slow, just doesn't work at all. Wake up, on, vest air red, space, say socket score, say set to, space assign space. Say try space, proper socket set, escape, go to sleep. So obviously here, what we got here was just complete madness. It just slows down so incredibly much. And so having looked at some of the solutions to this, or well, workarounds more likely, this apparently has to do with a new Electron version. However, I do think using the workaround actually gives you better performance than what you got before, essentially. I think there's always been a cost associated with this. So we're gonna delete this and start VS Code with another setting. Wake up. Code without accessibility here. Slap. Go to sleep. So we're gonna make the same change. I'm gonna give it exactly the same situation as before. I'm gonna spell this out and we're gonna see what happens. Wake up. On. Vest air red space, say socket, score, say set to, space assign space, say try, space, proper socket set, prick, together in it, lice snake infrastructure allocator, rice, semi, escape, go to sleep. So what I perceive from using this for some time is a general speed up that is pretty significant. I think this essentially the accessibility features that have always been there, when you turn them off for the renderer, I think it actually speeds everything up. It's to the point actually where I think I've lowered my default wait time for a lot of the commands. So for example, wake up, on, enable zig, disable Python, slap, function name, escape, cap, function some function name, escape, cap, function hello there, escape, on, for loop over something, escape, to drum, control sun, go to sleep. So this, previously I had 15 milliseconds wait time for commands replacing the $sign. Right now I've actually lowered it to 1. Running it with 0 actually didn't work, but running it with 1 so far has not failed, which means this general slowdown has been essentially it's always had a constant cost, right? The only reason I know this now is because I've disabled it to fix this really massive slowdown. And now I know essentially this has been affecting everything the whole time. I think this only really applies to Windows. Um, Then again, I don't know what Electron does on Linux, but this might actually be relevant for people because when I use a keyboard, I see the same thing in this version of VS Code, right? If I this slowdown here down at socket set was a massive issue with the keyboard as well. So I think it's yeah. First of all, this fixes that bug, or rather, it works around it. Second, you might actually want to do this regardless. Uh, Once you do it for one instance, any other instance you spawn of VS Code actually will just be spawned with code dot or whatever, and it will be fine for those instances as well. But yeah, I just thought this was a very helpful tip to people who might be seeing these kinds of slowdowns, and yeah, I think it's going to actually improve the experience of VS Code for a lot of people in general, and also probably the voice coding will actually be much better with this. I know that I'm going to run this without accessibility the whole time now, for sure. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just wanted to give that tip to people who might be seeing these slowdowns and are wondering sort of what to do about them.